Most people think you need years and years to build a profitable business. Well, in this video, I'm going to share with you step by step how we were able to build a personal brand in just a little over a year of 400,000 followers and close to 6 figures in our first year in business. Okay, I'm going to show you step by step everything that we did. And not only that, at the end of this video, I'm actually going to give you a 30-day plan that you can implement so you can use 2025 to build your own successful personal brand. So before you actually go in the comments and say whatever you're thinking right now, let me be clear with you, okay? We had no previous business experience, okay? We created content in the past, but with not that much success. And we didn't know anybody in this industry that helped us out, okay? We were just two friends, me, Brian, and my business partner, Alessio, and we did this from scratch, okay? So that's why I'm making this video, because we were in the exact same position you are in right now. So if you follow exactly the steps that I'm gonna lay out for you in this video, you can get the same results. So let's start. I wanna start by saying that the first piece of content that we created, I think it was the 11th of November, 2023. When we posted that, we didn't have any major goal in mind, okay? We just said to ourselves, we are going to post for 6 months, at least one post per day, and let's see what happens, okay? So the first thing that I want to tell you is you cannot go into this thing with the expectation of growing 400,000 followers in just 1 year, okay? That was a byproduct of the input that we put in, okay? But when you're just starting out, you need to focus on the input, on the things that you need to control. And that's why the most powerful thing that you can do in 2025 to grow your own successful personal brand is actually post every single day. Because let me tell you something, by posting every single day, actually almost 2 posts per day every day, we posted basically almost 600 posts in just 1 year on our main profile Create Content Club. And let me tell you something, we learned a lot by doing that. And in this video, I'm sharing with you the 4 core principles that we learned in the process of posting 600 reels. So you can actually understand these 4 core principles, save yourself a whole year of posting, and start as soon as possible to get results. So let's start from core principle number 1, content research. This is arguably the most important thing that you need to do to grow your personal brand, okay? And the reason is simple. Content research simply means understanding what is working in your niche and in your industry on social media. If you want to get views, you need to pick content ideas that work, okay? So what you really want to avoid is that with no previous experience, you try to come up with your own content ideas that you don't know if they're going to work, if people are actually interested in them. What you want to do instead is pick ideas that have already been proven to work. Because when you just start out, okay, you have the idea and you have the execution. This is really important, okay? Hear me out. If you try to come up with your own idea, okay, you need to nail the idea and the execution. And this is extremely difficult at the beginning because you don't have any experience with the execution nor in finding content ideas. So if instead you leverage proven content ideas that have gone viral before and you just focus on the execution, that's where the magic happens, right? Because you can just focus on scripting the content in the right way, on actually delivering your video in the right way. And you just have to focus on the execution because you know that that idea has been proven to work. Instead, if you try to come up with your own content idea, and maybe then the execution was perfect, maybe the idea simply was not good enough, right? So we want to focus on idea that have been proven to work and just focus on the part of the execution. This way you have control over the output that you are posting on social media, okay? So how do we find viral content ideas? Well, we've made a video on YouTube that I'm gonna link here in the description, but pretty much it's really, really simple. What you wanna do is go on Instagram because we are trying to grow on Instagram, so what's best than actually finding these content ideas on the platform that you want to create content on, and look for your niche, okay? So you want to go into the Reels tab, go into the search, and actually type in your niche. Here you want to find viral videos, okay? So they have to have at least 100,000 views. And more importantly, when you find a viral video, go into the profile of that creator and check out how many views they get on average. Because let me tell you something, okay? You find a viral video idea, something that you think is viral, that has 500,000 views, then you go into the profile of that creator and on average gets like 100,000, 200,000 views. that's actually not such a good idea. Or worse, you go into their profile and they on average they get 1 million views and that video got 500,000. So it performs like way worse than these other videos, right? So you want to find videos that have more than 100,000 views, but more importantly, you want to make sure that they got 10 times their average views. Meaning, if you go on a creator page, okay, and on average he or she gets 100,000 views, a viral video for him or her, it's actually a video that got 1 million views, okay? So this is super important, understanding how to do content research and the importance of actually doing content research. Like, why do you need to start from viral content ideas and not come up with your own, okay? So that's the first core principle number 1. So study how to do this. Again, I'm gonna link here a video in the description so you can actually learn how to do it, where we show you step by step live by showing the screen. But learn that. That's the first thing, okay? The second is the part of actually the content creation, the scripting, okay? So how you script your content is arguably the most important part, okay? I don't care if you don't have a perfect camera. You might have just have your iPhone, your phone, whatever. If your script sucks, nobody's gonna watch your video, okay? That's just the way it is. It's just the truth, okay? And to save you a lot of time, we have actually developed our own strategy to write viral script that got us more than 150 million views, okay? So I'm gonna give it to you. I'm trying to be as precise, but at the same time, as concise as possible, okay? Again, we have another video on the scripting, just on the scripting framework, and I'm gonna link that also in the description because I kind of want you to give you the overall strategy in this video, and then I'm going to give you all the materials that you need to actually study each step of the strategy, okay? So we actually came up with our own scripting framework, the same one that got us more than 150 million views. It's called the HSGMC framework, and this stands for hook, selling the solution, giving the principle, making it applicable, and call to action, okay? So really shortly, the first thing is the hook, okay? If you're not entirely new to content creation, you probably know a little bit about the hook, okay? The hook is simply the first line that you use to grab the attention of the viewer. And if you're just starting out, what we want you to do is actually, once you find a viral content idea, you want to take that hook. You want to take the hook from the viral idea that you found. And the reason is simple. You don't have enough context and experience to understand why a hook works, how to create your own. That is why we just want you to take the viral hook from the original video, okay? Then the next step is going to be entirely yours. It's going to be your own value that you provide. Because if you're trying to become an authority, a big personal brand in your niche, of course we want to leverage viral video content ideas, but at the same time, you want to be the expert. You don't want to copy other solutions, right? It needs to be your own solution, your own value. So we're going to do that with the SGM framework. So it's selling the solution, giving them principle, and making it applicable. What does this mean? Selling the solution is simply the line that comes right after the hook, right? And it's a sentence that you give to hype up the solution you're about to provide, okay? Again, more information in the video that we made about the scripting. Giving the principle and making it applicable simply means if you want to be perceived as an authority in your niche, you need to be an expert, okay? How do you show that you're an expert? By giving applicable solutions. So you give the principle, right? So you give your own explanation, but more importantly, this is what's gonna separate you from the other creators in your niche. You want to make it as applicable as possible, okay? You always need to think about this. If someone just watched this video, can they just close Instagram, apply what I taught them, and actually get results from the step that I outlined? If they're able to do that, they're always going to come back to you. And guess what? Later on, they're going to buy from you because you show them that you are an expert on what you do and you're able to give them applicable steps that they can follow to get results, okay? And last but not least, of course, the call to action. This is the line that you use to make them perform a precise action. It could be follow you at the beginning, or it could be check out a lead magnet or a product that you're selling, okay? This is the line that you use at the end of your video to make them do a precise action that you want them to take, okay? This is literally our scripting framework. Again, description to see more precisely how we use that, okay? So this was the core principle number 2, the scripting, okay? Let's go to principle number 3, content distribution. This is probably our biggest secret, okay? And it's simply that we were able to grow 400,000 followers in a little over a year because we posted more than everybody else's, okay? We posted pretty much 2 reels every single day for a whole year. Like, how are you going to beat that, right? We learned so much from doing that. We got so good at making content, and now we're able to go viral consistently while shooting educational content just like this, okay? And think about this. We don't want to post a lot of content to please the algorithm. We want to do it to learn faster and have more shots. Like the more shots you take, the more you're going to make. It's like mathematical. You know what I mean? It's like if you post one piece of content every week for a whole year, you're not going to have that many posts out, and you're not going to learn a lot from it because you didn't have enough experience to learn everything that you need to learn to go viral. If you post 2 reels per day, think about it, that's 14 pieces of content per week. After a year, do you think you're going to know something more than someone that posted just once per week? Like that's literally our secret. The reason we were able to grow that fast is because we posted more than everybody else is in our niche, okay? So content distribution, even when you're just starting out, post daily. Like start from 1 reel per day, that's perfectly fine. That's already a lot. That's more than 99% of other people, okay? But stick to it. That's the most important thing. Like be consistent with what you're doing. I promise you that if you start now, we're at the beginning of 2025, you are the whole year. You do it for a whole year, every single day, 1 reel, no skipping, okay? You're gonna have more than 300 reels out there. I promise you, you would have achieved something, okay? I promise you that. Because when we started to post at first, like I told you at the beginning of this video, we didn't know that we were gonna get 400,000 followers at the end of the year. No way we could have predicted that, right? But what we knew is that we were gonna post every single day. And those were the results of doing that, okay? So trust me on this. This is probably the most important core principle that I'm gonna give you in this video. Please post every day. It's literally gonna change your life, okay? Core principle number 4, monetization, okay? I'll be honest with you. We messed this thing up, okay? And I'm telling you this because I'm gonna save you so much time. We grew so fast, so in our first 2 months, we actually got to 100,000 followers, but we didn't have any previous experience in business. So we did all the mistakes that are out there. So I'm saving you a lot of time by telling you this. Start by selling high-ticket stuff. Like your focus at first should be not really to make that much money, but to select few individuals and get them the best results possible, okay? So don't focus on making mini courses, mini PDF for 10, 20, 30 bucks. That's not gonna cut it, right? You need to really take a few individuals that you truly believe you can help with your expertise and get them amazing results. So focus on few at first, get them like crazy results that everybody's gonna be like, wow, I wanna work with this guy or this girl, and then use those results to scale backwards. So you start from high tickets, so really personalized, done with you or done for you, whatever you wanna do. And then from there, of course, you can create a course, you can create a mini PDF guide, whatever you want, and you're always gonna have that proof, the results that you got at first with your first clients, okay? So trust me, we did the thing the other way around. We started by selling like little low ticket products. We actually made some good money from it, but it's hard. Like every single day you have to sell 20, 30, 40 of these things, promote it every single day. It's a lot of work and it's not gonna get you results. Because let me tell you a secret. If someone pays you 20 bucks, they're not motivated. If someone pays you $3,000, $4,000 to work with you, they're gonna put in the work. Okay, so work with few individuals, get them amazing results. So start with a high ticket, and once you got those results, you can go backwards and create more products with, let's say, prices that everybody can afford. Okay, but start from high and go lower once you got your results, right? So this is pretty much the core 4 principles that I want you to follow. So again, content research, okay, scripting, content distribution, and monetization. These are the things that you need to focus on in order to build your own profitable personal brand in 2025. Now, I actually want to give you a quick 30-day implementation plan to take what I just told you, okay, and start today, okay? You start today, and in 30 days, you're going to be in a way better situation than the one you're in right now, okay? We need to start, and I want to help you with that. So let's start from week 1, foundation. This is where you are actually going to plan everything that you're going to do for the remaining of the 3 weeks, okay? So the most important thing is that you actually study and you go in depth in everything that I just told you. So really study how to do content research, really study how to script, really study how to film yourself, how to edit or how to find an editor, whatever you need to do, like all the skills that are needed to start creating your own personal brand, you need to study in this first week, okay? This is the foundation week. And on top of that, you want to build your own content schedule, okay? So I'm quickly gonna give you like a basic one that you can use. Of course, you can like tweak it based on the your day and the things that you have to do. But pretty much you need one day to do content research for the week. So finding 7 viral pieces of content you want to recreate or at least like get inspired from. Then you need, I would say, at least 2 to 3 days at first to script those 7 pieces of content. And again, guys, here I'm talking about 2-3 hours per day of work, right? Not 8 hours. I know you probably have a business to run. I know you probably are in school. Whatever you are, you have stuff to do, right? So these days, I'm talking about like maximum 3 hours of work for your personal brand, okay? So first day, content research. Then we need 2 or 3 days to actually script everything related to the content. You just need 1 day to film everything, and then the remaining days to edit or send it to your editor, okay? So this is pretty much how we structured our week, and it allows us to post 14 pieces of content every single week, okay? So at first it's gonna be harder because you have no experience in any of this thing, but I trust you on this. Just make a schedule that makes sense for you and stick to it, okay? So week 2 is gonna be about creation. So week 1, right, was foundation planning. You planned everything, perfect. Now, what's a plan without, putting in action that plan? So week 2 is actually about the content creation. So you're gonna stick to the schedule that you created and you're gonna follow that. So let's say on Monday, you're actually gonna find the content research. Like you're actually gonna find the content ideas. On Tuesday and Wednesday, you're actually gonna script content. On Thursday, you're actually gonna film. Like you're actually gonna do what you said that you were gonna do, okay? This is week 2, actually creating the content, okay? Week 3 is optimization. So this means 2 things. The first one is that you're gonna do the same of week 2. You're gonna keep creating content because guess what? From now on, you're gonna do that every single week of your life, okay? So week 3, continue creating content, but more importantly, okay, analyze the performance of the previous week, okay? So think about like a piece of content, like once you posted it and a week went by, is a piece of data. Like I don't want you to think, oh, you got low views, I suck. Of course you probably suck, you still need to learn, you just begun, right? But you need to treat this as analytics, as data. Like study what's working and what is not working, because as soon as you have some pieces of data to base yourself off, you wanna double down on what is working. That's the most powerful thing you can do, right? Recognize the pattern that are making your content work and stick to that and double down on that, okay? So week 3 is going to be about creating more content, okay? So keep going on that and analyzing the data that you got from the previous week, okay? So you know how to pivot your strategy. And week 4, it's actually gonna be the scaling week, the monetization part of your personal brand, okay? So what I would do is all the followers that you got so far or the people that interacted with your content, ask them, interact with them, like build a relationship and see if it's someone that you can help with your services. Like, as I told you before, we wanna pick a few individuals, really work one-on-one with them and get them amazing results. That's how you're gonna scale. That's really what is going to jumpstart your entire personal brand, okay? So all the followers that you're getting, all the people that are interacting with your content, guess what? They are leads, right? So contact these people and find your first client. This is what I want you to do on week 4, okay? So I literally gave you a 30-day plan of what to do after you finish watching this video. Like literally close this video, start doing it already, okay? So in 30 days, you're actually gonna have a personal brand. It's not gonna be the best. You're gonna have to learn a lot of things still, but it will be your jumpstart for the 2025, where you're gonna build a massive personal brand if you apply everything that I told you in this video, okay? So this was literally the video, the 30-day plan. You have everything, but if you wanna fast track this entire process and you wanna work directly with us, one-on-one, okay? You're gonna find a link in the description. It's gonna be the first link, and you're going to be able to apply to work with us, and we're gonna hold your hand and guide you throughout all the steps that we had to do to get to a point where we have 400,000 followers and a business that generated close to 6 figures in our first year, okay? So we're literally gonna help you on that. So first thing in the description, you're gonna find that, click on it and apply to work with us. And with that being said, thank you so much for your time. I'm sure this video is gonna help you if you actually apply what I told you, and we'll see you in the next one.